Hello everybody, welcome back to the FI Journeyman YouTube channel. In today's video, we're going to cover the UMAX ETF's distribution for the weekly payers as well as the Group D ETFs. So as many of you may know, I hold the MSTY, which is the Option Income Strategy ETF on MSTR, as well as ULTY, which is the Ultra Options Income ETF that is a weekly payer ETF. So let's monitor the yields for this week and calculate how much dividends or distributions that I'm receiving for this week. So as you can see, there are many Group D ETFs as well as the weekly payers listed here. I will not go through everything as usual, I'll just focus on MSTY as well as ULTY. Okay, let's zoom in and take a look. So UMAX Ultra Option Income ETF ULTY is giving us $0.1008 for this week. So it's quite similar to the past 2 weeks, about 10 cents. And this is equivalent to a distribution rate of 85.17%. Its X date is tomorrow, 31st of July 2025. Today is actually the 30th of July 2025. So you guys can still buy into this ULTR ETF and receive the dividend before the X date tomorrow. So when will we be receiving the dividend? That will be 1st of August 2025, which is on this Friday. So far, my experience with ULTY has been very great. ULTY has been giving me consistent dividends for the past 3 to 4 weeks, and I'm very satisfied with it so far. The price stability for this ETF is, I would say, is rather stable, even though I added quite a lot at the high point of 6.46. I'm looking to average down if the price of this ETF drops further. But of course, I'll be happy if it stays around this level as well. Another weekly pair that I am interested in is actually this one, YMAC or YMAX. I'm still looking at this. I'm considering to add another weekly pair into my option income portfolio, possibly the YMAC or YMAX, or even option income ETF from other providers such as Roundhill. They have quite a number of interesting weekly payers as well. If you guys have any recommendations, do leave it down the comment section below so that I can take a look. Alright, let's head on to the next one, which is MSTY, MSTY. This is also in my portfolio. So the distribution for this week is $1.18, 1.1835 to be exact, and that gives us a yield of 75.76%, which is lower than ULTY. And yeah, I mean, MSTY volatility has been trending down recently, and I guess it's due to Bitcoin's and MSTR's price movement. That's fine. I think it's still quite a respectable yield of 75%. And again, X date tomorrow at 31st of July and pay date on the 1st of August. Let's head on to our spreadsheet and calculate the amount of dividends that we'll be getting. Okay, so now we have this page, which is the option income ETF on the monthly basis. So I've already recorded. So we're getting $1.18, 35 per share. And right now I have 1,570 shares. So as you all can see, I've added 170 shares from last month. And that will give us a gross amount of $1,858 of distribution after 30% withholding tax for non-US resident. That amounts to $1,300 over here. Yep, so this is the amount that I'm getting from MSTY. Let's head over to ULTY. Okay, before that, let's take a look at the total distribution received thus far. That will be $3,300. But of course, if you factor in the current price of MSTY, we do have a unrealized profit or rather an unrealized loss of negative 1,600. So therefore, the total net is about 1,700. But for this unrealized P&L, I typically don't look at it because it fluctuates from weeks to weeks. So I will just leave it aside unless I'm going to sell my MSTY. If not, I will not look at it. So normally I just look at the total distribution, and that will be $3,353 thus far, which is a pretty good amount of money considering that the fact that I've just invested in this 3 months ago. Okay, let's move on to MSTY, or rather ULTY, ULTY. So again, I've inputted the values here. This is about 10 cents, same as the past 2 weeks. And one thing to take note of is that I've added my positions with ULTY, and I managed to achieve a average cost price of about $6.31 over here. And the total distribution for this week will be 0.1008 multiplied by 6,000, and that gives me a gross amount of $600 and $604.80. And as a non-US tax resident, I am subjected to a 30% withholding tax for all distributions from US stocks, so that will result in a net distribution of $423 for me. So this will be the amount that I'm getting. So if we were to do a quick calculation, let's pull out my calculator. Okay, so this is my calculator. So $423.36 from ULTY plus MSTY 1,367 cents. That means that I'll be getting a total of $1,724 of distributions this week. And I would say that's a pretty good amount of money to get. Yeah, so guys, do let me know what are your thoughts and comments down in the comment section below. What do you think of the ticker symbol MSTY as well as ULTY? Do you all think that they are good option income ETF, or if you have other uh, kinds of similar ETFs that you would like to recommend me to check it out, I'll definitely do so. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video today covering my distributions receivables for this week. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care.